to get into it. I'm just pushing play. What up, though? Ledge here. YouTube content. My man E is in the building. Well, not in the building. He's at the
Yo,
crib, but he's on the line right
yo,
now. Echo the Light. His name will be on YouTube. It's gonna be on the screen. Follow him if you haven't. I'm sure everybody has already. He's a really good guy to talk to about this battle rap stuff, brother. Fuck all that. I went to, I went. So we're gonna talk about the URL app shit because I went to your little clip, man. I remember that. Like, everybody relax. It's just,
yeah,
it's the beginning stages. It's gonna take
yeah.
time. Just skip a few battles if you don't feel it. But then this morning, your energy was mad different. I need what changed?
All right, so check this out. So because shout out to Tara. Tara hit me up because after I made that one video about it, telling everybody to relax, calm down, it's gonna take time, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like the very next, I think Friday, like, or a week or so later, I made a tweet like pissed off, like, and then Tara was like, "Weren't you just the one saying this?" And I actually made a video apologizing, saying, "Yo, I got to eat my own words." You know what I'm saying? So, because we complain about specific battles or battles that we want to drop or see or whatever. Well, a lot of people are complaining about the PGs and stuff dropping. Me personally, I don't mind. I all the other cats, I probably have your battle on my freaking Watch Battle Live account anyway, so I'm not tripping about it. But but this ain't no shot at Coffee or Gluezy, ain't no shot at Bad News or Drugs, because I rock with all of them.
You don't rock. Like you don't rock with Bad News. We ain't doing that. I'm not letting. All right, I ain't letting you slide with that.
Let's confirm. I'm not a hater of Bad News. I'm just not thoroughly impressed consistently with Bad News.
But you say I rock. You don't rock with them either.
Technically, I do, because technically after that chess battle drop, I gave props on that.
Okay, that's fair.
I had nothing bad really to say about that battle.
Fair.
So I'm not going. Yeah, I ain't gonna say he's my favorite either. Yeah, we're not doing that. But but the thing about this day particular, because when the Coffee first Gluezy dropped, I was like, all right, they're both URL battlers technically.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if this was a one rounder, they're gonna give us something special later on in the day. Like when they gave us Young Cannon versus XL. You know how I felt about that. And then when they dropped Kid Chaos versus Jay Kruger, it was the ultimate redemption joint. So I was like, cool.
Oh yeah, that was the fact. All was forgotten once that dropped.
Yeah, I've been satisfied since then. I haven't had no complaints. But when they followed up with Bad News versus Drugs, a streamed battle that we got for free, might I add.
Facts.
That is not the URL specific battle. Are they both URL battlers now? Yes. But bro, I'm paying $8. I know it's not a lot. When anybody starts going crazy on me or saying I need to reprioritize, get a second job,
you broke.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Eric Pinkney manages his money very well over here. So chill out with all that.
Giving out the full gov.
So, so I'm not necessarily mad about it being lower names. I'm mad that we have I've been on your show. I've been to events. I've seen battles that haven't dropped. Where's Gotti Illuminati versus Red Handed? Where's Rax versus Ice Cold? Where's Rax versus Stumbles? There's a lot of battles that y'all can drop. And then y'all give us these. Now, like I said, Coffee and Bad News, Drugs, whoever's watching, this is no shot at y'all because, I rock with y'all.
So did you see the battle, though? Did you watch Glue versus Coffee?
Yeah, I did. I watched it this morning.
I thought it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was pretty decent for a one round. I tweeted that out. I said that wasn't bad at all. And then I was like, but I'm still waiting on that URL joint this afternoon. Bro, I pulled in the school parking lot around 12:30. And when that notification came up, it said Drugs versus Bad News. I literally almost had an aneurysm. Like, I was just like, there's no way they're telling me this is the second part.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, this is wild to me. Now, I'm still waiting for Ill Will versus Geechee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for Rax battles to drop. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
God Illuminati, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there's a few more. So I think they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to stretch this thing out until their other saving grace. Because this is what I noticed. If you keep it real, their saving grace are these Born Legacy battles.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to stretch some of these remaining battles that are fire up until the Born Legacy, which is on the 28th, 29th. So they can
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully if Norbs, I know you listening because you told me you listen. If you're listening, man, dude, make sure that that card has heat on that card, man. Like, make sure these guys come prepared. Because real talk, because if
Yeah.
that card doesn't pull through, and I will say the Survivor Series card too, if those
Mm-hmm.
two, because both of those cards are going straight to the app. If those cards don't do well, it's going to be a dry spot after that. Because once all of
Mm-hmm.
once these Band Legacy 3 battles go, and if
Mm-hmm.
those events suck, what are we left with?
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not too excited for the lockdown card. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's like 3 battles on there I actually care about, and the other ones is like, I'm not mad at that happening. Get your money, but I'm not holding my breath.
Well, yeah, and the
So
thing with those, like being that it's pay per view, you're not seeing those on the app for a while. Like, look
for a
how long it
minute,
took for us to
yeah,
get Verb and Lux. So, yeah,
yeah.
man, I so would you say you're more excited about being Born Legacy 8 than you are of Lockdown?
Oh, of course. And then after that, of course, I'm looking forward to Survivor Series New Jersey now because that's not happening in New York anymore.
Right,
Out of
but is
Vancouver.
it still the same date?
I would assume so. I would hope so. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Are you going to that
So,
event?
bro, if it's outside of the South, I'm probably not pulling up. Like,
No, no, that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do after this. So, Bad News versus
it's what it is.
Drugs drop. Drugs says, did you see his tweet? He was talking about
Yeah, I saw it.
if
I
I
saw
knew
it.
I was going on an app, I would have put more effort.
Yeah.
You are the Goonie correspondent, the mayor of Goonieville. Can you
Dang, just put all that on my
you
name. All right,
hey
I'll
you
take
rep
it
it,
for
you
the
rep it.
sake.
I just need to know. Like, I just need to know. You very high on professionalism. Like, how does that come across to you when somebody says I would have gave more effort had I known what was going on in the app?
Well, it kind of goes along with our expectations, our URL for the URL fans. Our expectations of URL performances are way higher than any other league. That's why we always tell them they got more to lose if they go on the URL stage, no matter who it is. Like if Snake Eyes battle Prez Mafia on that on URL, do you think that battle would have came out as Snake Eyes was blowing Prez Mafia out of the water? Pause for anybody that needs that.
Right? No, you fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? That's like I said. When I also say this, I don't like to take away wins from people just because they're on another league. Because at the
Oh
same
yeah, that's
time,
right.
if you ain't gonna come to play, you want to use the league as an excuse of why you gonna come light, just don't pull up. You know what I'm saying? So, because I mean, the people that show up at the actual event don't care. They're going there to see and have a good time, and you're supposed to give them what they paid for as the performer. So, But I mean, what can I say to that? I guess he would have tried harder. And
Yeah.
be honest with you, a lot of battlers feel like that.
Yeah,
Verb said the same thing on stage versus Verb. I did this for the bag. It just completely disrespected Big
yeah,
Tony.
that's unfortunate. But that's why, and then that same person, and this is no shot at drugs, but he's one of those guys that you'll see go on a Twitter rant about getting overlooked or not getting certain looks. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of plays into what you're doing when you feel like you don't have to bring your all to a battle. Like, people are watching even when you think they're not watching. So
Yep,
always
that's why
keep.
I'm quick to say I'm none of these battlers lawyers because when you hit me with a case like that, I have no defense.
My God, yeah, you're gonna keep it thorough. So
I can't do nothing.
if it was up to you and the next
Mm-hmm.
update comes for the URL app, what is like one or two main things you want to see on the next update?
You talking about like the overall like the app itself or battles to
No,
drop on
just the app itself. It can be a battle. It can be just features, anything. Like, what do you want to see?
it? All right, so one thing we got to fix is these bugs for certain. That hasn't even been a patch since the app dropped. That is ridiculous. Like that's
That
kind of
is kind of
wild. Now I
crazy.
understand this is a new endeavor for them coming into crossing into the independent app type situation. But at the same time, when you before you make a move like that, that's kind of I guess you can say revolutionary or whatever. You need to understand everything that comes with it. The thing about people, and I can attest because I am a person, we are insatiable, and we are certain things that we're going to complain about from the gate. It just comes with it. Any consumer based business, you're gonna have issues. People are gonna have problems, so that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a patient guy, and I'm like easily like satisfied, so I don't really get. I'm not too harsh, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Same way.
at
I'm
the
pretty
same
low
time, yeah,
maintenance.
yeah, you feel me? So I think them bugs need to be addressed. As far as the casting and stuff like that, the fact that this thing is only able to go on Chromecast. I have Chromecast device, so I'm not complaining. But at the same time, I'm kind of a we are the people kind of person. So I mean that don't help for a lot of others. And
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
a
of people are saying that,
small percentage that got Chromecast. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
oh yeah, I
So
lucked up with this TV. I ain't gonna hold you. Trust me.
yeah.
So,
So
but yeah, they most definitely need to handle that. There's a lot of compatibility issues with like I guess later or the most recent phone models like iPhone 10x's and or iPhone X's and stuff like that. Like some have compatibility issues. Like one
really,
dude, I don't know if you've seen the one dude. I think his name was Stan Ninja. He made like this long drawn out situation
yeah,
of his.
awesome,
Yeah, that joke,
awesome.
and it was thorough, and I understood and felt him on that. You know what I'm saying? Pause for anybody else that needs clarification. I
No, you
hate this
good.
nigga.
No,
But
you good.
anyway,
Jimmy ain't on the line. Jimmy not here. You good?
yeah, so it was just like when he put it in perspective, I was just like, bro, that is like literally the biggest thing. And whoever's running URL page, fire that person because good gravy. Come on. Like they said, they gave props to Jay Kruger and Kid Chaos, and they tagged Jay Kruger, but they tagged some guy named Kid. And if you go to that link, it looks like he's like a software engineer or something. Ain't got nothing to do with battle rap. I'm like, bro, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah. They
man.
gotta do
Like,
better than this.
yeah, but I think as far as that, just the bugs and stuff like that, a patch would be dope. So we don't have all these issues. Please test run it before you pull it out. Pause also or roll it out. Sorry. And what else? I would say a better format and structure. As far as the battle event, like for instance, when you go to the on-demand tab, you know they got like you can divide it up or you can filter it. The
Yeah,
filter is absolute trash. It is absolute garbage. Like it doesn't even work technically.
I
If
was
you
about
try
to
to go
say.
to
I think I
band,
tried and I couldn't do it. Or even
yeah.
when you
If you go to
search
band,
names, you can't
it's
like
like
no
the
names pop up.
first, yeah, it's like the first 5 battles if you click the band joint, and there's like how many band battles on there? Like 15. Like what are we doing? Like you know, and like if you do as far as all the other, it's like it's not well filtered. So that app needs a serious upgrade. But shout to JB. I will give him credit. Yeah, I saw an interview that I posted a link to on Twitter, and he was talking about URL app 2.0. I'm quite excited to see what that what was detailed on that. But
Mm,
yeah, there's a lot. I would say the filter and the compatibility issues. Everything else can come later.
I bet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I kind of low key. If, in hindsight, I kind of blame ARP for this. That sounds crazy off bat, but I feel like earlier in the year with the battles he was producing with the Mav Hollow Bill and all that, I feel like he put pressure on URL, and for URL to counter was to come out with this app, and I just feel like they rushed it. And I don't know if that was
Eh,
influenced by. I'm not saying it's all influenced
yeah.
by him, but I'm pretty sure it gave them more incentive. Like, yo, because remember earlier in the year, that league and his name for those battles were buzzing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
I don't. But I just think they rushed it. We said that we talked about that earlier. So I don't know, man. URL, get this app right. Norbs, it's a
Please.
lot of pressure on you, brother. Born Legacy 8, it's a lot on the line, not just for those battlers, but for the sake of this app. Because like last time, it was Chess and Jerry West. It was fire, and they dropped it the next day. Y'all gotta have one of
Yeah.
those. Y'all gotta have one of those.
For sure. Also, not to cross promote, but did you hear the interview that he had with Tony Bro that they premiered today on their page? He actually addressed a lot of this.
I did not. I'm sorry. Shout out to them, but no, I
Oh,
didn't
you
see.
good? You good?
Yeah.
I recommend you go check it out for sure. Like Noah's addressed all this, and he even admitted to like a lot of the stuff they need to do better and stuff like that. Like, you know, Lawrence gets a lot of flack, but at the same time, he remains accountable for, you know, if we call him out on something and he can't defend himself, he won't try to wiggle his way out of it. He'll just take it.
Oh no, that's a
Pause.
fact. That's a fact. So yeah, I'm gonna
Mm,
try to get him on my show one day, but I'm gonna definitely check that out because I watch all battle rap media content. It probably just
oh yeah.
slipped through the radar, but I'm gonna check that out. My brother, thanks for coming in, chopping it up with me. Oh, let him know you got a podcast, man. Let him know.
Yeah. As you know how I conduct myself on Twitter, the reason I conduct myself so well, or not as hostile or crazy as many others online, is because I'm a Christian. So me and my wife, we have made a Christian podcast. We've been talking about it for a while, so we finally executed. It's called Cross Talk with the Pinkneys. If you are a Christian that likes battle rap and want to hear some edifying content as far as our spirituality and things like that, edification, or just a good lift up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here for that. You know, we take all kinds of recommendations for topics you want to talk about, but I will also say spiritual advisory, conflicting content. I mean, we're not necessarily rude with the actual delivery of the message, but some of this stuff does step on toes. But the point is not to be harsh, it's to help us grow. So, and that's just part of it, growing things. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
Crosstalk with the Paintings. It's on Spotify. I use Anchor. Shout out to you. I use Anchor, and it distributed to Spotify. Is still pending for Apple Podcasts. It's on Google Podcasts. I think Breaker and some other services too. But yeah, just type it in and look it up. We drop another episode next week. So
Man, that's dope. That's dope. Proud of you, brother. You getting out there. And like I said, his handle is on YouTube, so follow him on Twitter. And yeah, man, you know, back to Twitter land we go, kicking shit.
yeah, right.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Later. As always,
All
keep it
right.
battle rap. Love.